everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. All right, today's message is know your value. Know your value. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers, all of the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to this channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them online here with the collective, and it can be your decision. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are available in my online store, and you'll find a link in the description. Okay, now it's time for our daily affirmation, and here it is. I am empowering myself and inspiring others to do the same. Okay, let this sink in. I am empowering myself and inspiring others to do the same. All right, let this be in your spirit today, and let it be a blessing to you to empower yourself. And if you're on a spiritual journey, that's what you're doing right now. And soon you'll be an inspiration to others. Okay? So stay on your journey, stay on your spiritual path. And let's say it again. I am empowering myself and inspiring others to do the same. All right, let this be a blessing to you today. Now it's time for movement. And this is also a part of our daily exercise. Okay, our movement today, we're only going to do 2, and we're going to do some neck movements. Okay? All right, now here is the first one. 1. All right, now we're going to do 5 of each movement. Okay, so let's start. All right, ready? 1. Sit up straight. Breathe deep. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay, how does that feel? All right, now we're going to do the other side. 5 rounds. Okay, sit up straight. Breathe deep. And let's go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay, shake it out. Shake it out. Get your blood circulating. Okay. All right. We did get some letters that inspired the message today. And so we're going to dive right into the letters and talk about this issue. Okay? All right, here we go. Our first letter is entitled Friendship. I am from Omaha, Nebraska. I would like to mention a few things about my friendship and relationship. First of all, my friend has blocked me on Facebook. That doesn't sound like a very good friend. I remember her saying she blocks her boyfriend at times when she feels upset. So I'm guessing she did the same with me. That being said, I wrote her an email addressing issues in our friendship. My question for you is, should I continue writing that email and mention the blocking and tell her the friendship is over? Okay, number one, you really haven't said enough about the friendship. You know, she may be upset with something that was said or something that was done, or maybe it has nothing to do with you. You see, it's not enough information for me to say that you should do anything at this point. You've already sent her an email addressing the issues. Now the ball is in her court. Okay? You've already done yours. Now you need to wait on her. And if she never responds, then it's over. Okay? Okay? But no, you don't keep writing her and threatening her and telling her it's over if you don't say anything and all. No. 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 We're not going to do that. Okay? I'm trying to find closure now where my relationship is concerned. When I first met my boyfriend, I asked him to move in. He said no, I need to be independent. Then I got approved for a studio apartment and moved in. Then I got pregnant by him. Whoa. So housing approved me for a 1-bedroom. My landlord said I can move in when my lease is up. At the same time, my boyfriend has a 1-bedroom apartment where he pays rent. In his mind, he can stay with me and not pay anything. I don't want him to because he refused to do the same for me. He says we can live together and become a family. Okay, he's saying that now that if he moves into your place, where everything is under your name, where everything is your responsibility, that you can be a family over there, but not over on his dime. Okay? That's what he's telling you, not on his dime. Because when he gets ready to take off, he doesn't want the responsibility. Okay? All right. If that's the case, he should move us into his place. You don't want that either. With him being as shaky as he is right now, no. If he wanted you to move in with him, he would have asked you this or moved you in with him long ago. He would have asked you to move in with him when you got pregnant. Okay? If that was his intention, and it's not. Technically, he doesn't qualify for mine because he makes too much. I watched your videos. Don't allow him to move in. I agree with that. My question is, should I go there to his place or wait for my own? My advice to you is wait for your own. Okay? And if I were you, I would concentrate on building a financial foundation for you and your child. Don't worry about him. Apparently, he is not ready to settle down with you and this baby. He's not ready for it. Or he would have. You say that he makes too much money to move in where you're living, which means that he probably can provide for you and the child, but he's not wanting to. For him to move in with you, he'll just give you a little something, but the responsibility of holding on to that dwelling will be on you, which means that when he doesn't feel like giving you anything, you still got to pay that bill. I would never allow a man to move in with me again. Okay, again. But yeah, no, it's not a good idea for you to wait on him or even to move in with him. He hasn't committed himself to you at all. At all. It would be a disaster for you to wait on him or move in with him. Wait on your own and start building something for yourself and your baby. Okay? And don't look back at him. Don't look back at him. Okay? All right. All right. We got another letter here. And let's see what she says. This young lady mentions a letter that I read on one of the previous videos where this lady sent in a testimonial about how she raised her vibrations and how her life changed for the better. Okay, so here we go. She says, where do ladies or women go to hang out or get away? We are needed in the nursery. We are needed in the kitchen. In general spaces for work, cooking, and babies. Women don't have a man cave. You know what? And neither should your man. Okay? Neither should your man. But anywho, ladies don't hang out with the quote unquote boys. Like, where do ladies go? That is gossip free and less stress. I'll tell you perfectly where you go. Somewhere in your home, find a room that can be yours. You need a space that will be yours in your house. Even if it's a small space, but it's your space where you don't have a lot of traffic going in and out of it. You can go in that space. You can do your meditations. And if it has a window, you know, the times you can't get outside, you can look outside. But you need your special space within your home where you can be by yourself. And, you know, sometimes it takes a little creativity to find this space. But look around your home and find a space where you can go and close the door and be by yourself at least an hour every day. And those of you who can set up an office in your home, that's what you need. You need your own private space. I've always lived like that. I've always lived like that. And I don't worry about any man cave. Understand? I don't worry about that. I always have my private office. And in my space, I can do whatever I desire in my space. Okay? All right. I hope that helps you. And I hope you understand it. All right. This is entitled A Story, Not a Question. Okay. While watching one of your videos, I remember a story I was told by a young man I was working with. I asked him what was the worst thing he ever done to someone that he regretted. After thinking a while and me prodding a bit, he said it wasn't him, but a friend of his. You know what? A lot of times when they say that, it is him. Okay, but let's see what he says. Knew a young lady who wasn't pretty, but she worked 2 full-time jobs, had a house, and a nice car. All right, ladies, listen up to this. I'm going to read it again. He's saying that he had a friend who knew a young lady who wasn't pretty, but she worked 2 full-time jobs, had a house, and a nice car. He had just lost another low-paying job and decided to act like he liked her so he could live with her while he looked for another job. You understand, ladies, what's going on? You understand? This is happening all the time to ladies. That's why I tell you, take your time with these people that just pop up and all of a sudden they're in love with you. Okay? All right. She was flattered because he was so much better looking than she was, and gladly let him move in, just his flattering her. In no time, she bought him a car and took him shopping for better clothes. Ladies, I hope those of you who do this, stop. Don't do it anymore. Don't do. Know your value. That's the title of this video today. Know your value. Quit putting value in other people and not respecting your own value. Okay? Of course, he felt the pressure and pretended to be physically interested. Okay, ladies, let me read that to you again. He felt the pressure. You know, after she's bought him a car and better clothes and everything. So now he's feeling guilty, but he accepted these gifts. He's feeling guilty. That's where the pressure comes from. And then he's pretending to be physically interested in her, to keep it going, to keep the lie going. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to stop right here and tell you, remember, people, remember, whatever you put out is what you're going to bring in. Whatever you sow is what you're going to reap. Okay? You know, we talked about the law of attraction. Okay? You are attracting whatever you put out. It's going to come right back to you. Whatever you put out there, it's going to bounce right back to you. Okay? So, she wasn't very adventurous in the sack, but he rolled with it. What difference does it make when he's using her? Why she's got to be all pleasing in bed when he is taking advantage, full advantage of her. Okay? So, you know what? He said time went quickly because he could stay home playing video games and kicking it with his friends. He got comfortable asking for money. He began to feel she owed it to him. Why not? He was way out of her league. See, men believe that with a lot of ladies, and they do take advantage of us. Ladies, don't be so quick to accept a man in your life just because you think he's gorgeous, and why is this gorgeous man wanting me, and let me just do any and everything to keep him. Stop it. Don't do it. Value yourself. You are the high commodity. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you look like. You have a lot of value. You have the highest value. It's the way you feel about yourself, though. Why you allow other people to use and abuse you. It's how you feel about yourself. How you value yourself. When you know your value, you wouldn't put up with this. I don't care what he looked like. I don't care what he has. You wouldn't tolerate it when you know your own value. All right, let's see what else you say. Finally, one of his friends got a job on the railroad and talked it up. He went and applied and was hired. He was ecstatic, but he needed to cut ties with his benefactor. He packed his stuff up, put it in the car she bought him, and talked her into taking him out to a really nice restaurant to share his accomplishment with her. Okay, let's see what he's doing here. He's getting ready to leave her. All right, he talked her into going to the fancy restaurant because of him getting a new job. But she doesn't know yet that he's getting ready to leave her. You understand? She thinks she's paying for all of this because he got a job. All right? They had the sex he wanted that night, even though she cried. Oh, okay. So I guess at the dinner, he must have told her that he's leaving. He must have told her for her to cry. He made fun of her and left with the car. Okay? So now he had sex with her. Somewhere in this, between the dinner and the sex, he told her that he's leaving. So now she's crying. He makes fun of her crying, and then he jumps in the car that she bought him and takes off. All right. You're saying here that she did get the car back legally, though, but he trashed it because he didn't feel she should have asked for it back. Of course not, because he felt entitled. This happens so much. So very much. I remember in my younger years, I did meet this guy who pretended to be something that he totally was not. And when I figured it out, I dumped him. And he was so upset. The next morning when I came out to go to work, he had knocked the windshield out of my car. Okay? All right? Things like that, childish things. That's why I'm telling you, you have to be careful with who you allow into your reality. These people will come in and pretend that they're whatever. Okay? But in this instance, it seems like this woman knew what she was getting. Okay, she probably was older than this young man. It sounds from the letter that she probably was an older woman. Because the M.O. Young, older women, established women will do this. They'll take a young man, buy him a car, buy him clothes, and guess what? He'll leave. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. So, thank you for sharing your story with us. And I hope that this story helps someone who may find themselves in a situation like this. Older women, stop picking up these young men and taking care of them. That's no good. Know your value. It doesn't matter what your age is. You still are a high valued person. And if you are desiring a mate, your perfect mate is somewhere out there desiring you. But you need to take your time whenever you meet people, because many times a lot of people will come your way and they are not the ones for you. They're not the ones for you, but they're there to teach you lessons so you don't make that mistake again. It's a learning process. So hopefully at the end of your learning process, you'll be at the same level as your perfect mate. People, stay on the path. Know your value and know your worth. And don't allow anybody to make you feel less than. Okay? And if you find yourself in the presence of these types of people, you need to distance yourself from them, of all toxicity and negativity. I hope that the message today helps someone, and I really hope that you understand. Know your value. You have value. You have tremendous value. Okay, now those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. That's Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. And try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of your letter and I will comply. Now, to show my appreciation to you for your support of this channel, I will be giving away a deck just like this one to one of you lucky subscribers once we hit 100,000 subscribers. And every day we get a little bit closer to that mark. I have been choosing from this deck for our daily affirmations. And one of you lucky subscribers will have your own deck. So keep watching. I will be announcing the winner once this channel hits that lucky number. All right now. I want to thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for your letters. And a special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate you. And I really hope these messages can help to better your life and understanding. I wish you all the very best and happiness. And I really hope to see you next time.